The table block finally allows you to easily create a table in WordPress. Before the Gutenberg editor in the classic editor, it was not easily possible to create custom tables. So finally in Gutenberg we have a block for the table, and using this you can create your tabular data or display your tabular data very easily. So first of all, make sure that you use the table block only to display some tabular data like this, and not for creating layouts. If you need a layout, you need to create a column layout or structure, you can use the columns block instead, which is recommended. So do not use the table block to create layouts in Gutenberg. Now let's see how to add a table block and how to work with it. There are a few different ways to add a table block. Like any other block, you can click on the plus icon and search for the table, and it gives you the suggestion. Just click on this and then it adds the table block. I'll show you this in a while. So another way to add a table block is by typing a forward slash in an empty paragraph block and type table. It gives you the suggestion, and clicking on this will add the table block as earlier. Now when you add the block, it gives you this option to insert a table, and it basically asks you for your desired column and row count. For example, if I want to create a table like this, I can see 1 2 3 4 5 columns, so I can set it to 5. And then I can see 1 2 3 4 rows, so I can set it to 4 ahead. But anyway, you can also adjust the columns and row down the road when you are working with the table. So that's it, the table has been added, as you can see. Now I can just start typing in the table like this. So this is how you add the table block. But if you have your tabular data in an Excel sheet or Google sheet, so what you can do is you can simply select this table like this, these cells. Actually select the cells you want to display in the Gutenberg editor or in your post or page in WordPress. Just copy this by clicking the Control C and go to your editor and paste it. I've already pasted it here, but I'll show you again. So if I paste it, as you can see, the whole data is presented in a table automatically by Gutenberg editor. So this is really great. So copying and pasting in the Gutenberg is really useful. It converts it to the specific block type. So in this case, it converts all the cells, this whole data, into a nice table block. So these are two table blocks now I have. I'll quickly remove this. So these are the ways you can insert or present tabular data in the WordPress Gutenberg editor using the table block. Now let's find out how to work with the table block. It's really simple, easy. So when you add a table block, you can simply let me show you again by taking a new table block. I'll keep it 2 by 2. So as you can see, here is a table block. You can just write your content, hit tab, it moves to the next cell, tab to the next cell, tab, just keep writing your content. Now this is how easy it is. So suppose if you need to add a new cell and column, basically I'll show you. So how to add a column or cell in the table when you are creating and you forgot to adjust it to the right number in the start. So there's no need to worry, we have this option here. It says edit table. So suppose I'm on this cell and I click on this, and these are the options I have. I can add a row before is this or after this. So if I click to add a row after this, as you can see, a new row of table has been added for me. Similarly, I'm here, and if I let's change it to Munir so you can be sure which one is deleted. So if I need to delete this row, I just need to be inside one of these cells in this row, and when I click on the delete row, that particular row will get deleted. So I'll hit Ctrl Z to bring it back, or click on this option. So what other options we have? So similarly, if I need an additional column, I'm on this option here, this cell. If I click on add a column before, it adds a column before it, and if I click on add the column after, it adds a column after it. So this is how easy it is to add rows, columns in the table block, or delete a row or delete a column. Similarly, if I need to delete this column, I can finally have this option which says delete a column, and that particular column has been deleted. So this is the way to work with the tables. Now let's see what additional controls we have in the top tool. The first two options are standard for all the core blocks or any block. So the first option here is the transform to option, which allows you to transform a block to another block type, and for the table block we have just the group block as an option. So this just includes this table into a group. So, and then we have these styles. They are by default, the table block has two styles, but depending on the theme or plugins you are using, there may be more styles available for you. Next we have the next we have the mover icons here, which allows you to move a block to up or down, or you can also grab this block from here and release, drag and drop to a position where you need to place it and just release it. So this way you can move the blocks in the Gutenberg editor. Then we have the alignment option. You can align this block or table to left, right, center, or these two options are optional. If your theme support these options, they will be visible. If not, you can contact your theme author. This option is very useful for the table block, which allows you to add, remove, or delete your table columns and rows, as I showed you previously. Then we have the alignment option. So currently the content is aligned to left. If I click center, it should align to center, but one second, it seems not working. So maybe okay, so it is per cell basis basically. So but it seems not working for me, but this should be a theme conflict or something. Then you have the formatting options. Like any text block we have, you can bold the text, italic, or even link this particular cell text to uh, any external or internal page if you wish to. And then in this little arrow we have some more formatting options hidden, and all these are self-explanatory. And the one interesting one is the text color. So you can change this particular cell text color to something else if you wish to do this, right? So I can highlight it like this. So these are the options we have in the top toolbar for the table block. Now let's find out what options we have in the sidebar. So in the sidebar we have four panels: styles, table settings, color settings, and advanced. The advanced panel is standard for all, and it has two options. You can assign the custom CSS. Just don't remove this one, which is basically added by default when you change the style. So this currently is a style regular, but if you change it to stripes, so you'll see that this class has been changed. So this is what this style picker does as basically. So anyway, so in the advanced panel you have the option to assign your own custom CSS classes, or set as block as a HTML anchor. Then we have the styles tab, which I have explained earlier. And then let's find out what table settings we have. So for the table settings, you can fixed with table cell. So what this does is it sets the width equally for each table, right? By default, the size of the or width of the cell adjusts according to the text it has. For example, this column is short width, and this its width is a little more than this one, and then this one has the widest width. But if I click this option, as you can see, all these columns are having now equal width. So this is what this first option does. Either you keep the column width to dependent on the text each cell has, or fix it to the equal width columns. Next we have header section. So as we copy this from the Excel sheet, although it has header, but if you enable this, it adds another header raw, which is the table header, or you can say th. So you can either copy this from here to um, the header and remove that raw. So if you wish to use the table header, so this is basically better option. So now I need to click on this and go to this option and delete this raw. So now we have it. So if you disable this, the header is gone. If you enable this, the header is back again, but you lost the text which I just added. So make sure, be careful while using or switching these options, this option here. Similarly, you can have a footer as well. So this is the table header, this is the table footer, and these are the table cells. So this is what these options are. Then we have a color setting. So you can set a background color to your table. You can easily pick a color available, and this color basically depends on the theme you are using. So it picks the theme colors. That's it for the table block. It's really useful, and Gutenberg table block make it really easy to work with the table, or creating a table and editing it and adding the content and manipulating the rows and columns. I hope I've covered and explained everything about this block. Please feel free to ask any questions in the comment. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.